Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Hallowed by Cynthia. So since this is the second book in the Unearthly series, I'm not going to give a synopsis because I don't want any spoilers for people who haven't read the first book. So I will leave the link to the Goodreads page in the description box below for anyone who wants to check out the synopsis. So after reading Unearthly last month, I was dying to pick up the second book because I was left with so many questions and so many worries at the end of that book that I was just dying to find out what was going to happen. And Hallowed didn't let me down. I actually preferred this one to the first book. I thought there was a lot more going on in this book. There's a couple of new characters that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed seeing the characters in the first book, and I actually preferred them in this one. But overall, I just thought that everything about this book was so much better. Clara's a much stronger character in this book. She's still struggling with everything that went down in the previous book, and she's having to come to terms with what she did. But after she speaks to her mum and her mum lets her know that she might not be done, then she starts to pull herself together again. She had a hell of a lot more to understand and go through in this book. She's such an incredibly strong character and I really admire her for that. She's always trying to keep her friends out of trouble and keep them from getting hurt, even if it means that sometimes she has to hurt them herself. My love for Tucker kind of disappeared in this book. I don't know what happened. He was his usual sweet, caring, charming self, but I just didn't feel the same pull towards him as I did in the first book. I still really like him, but I wasn't a massive fan of him and Clara together in this one. But on the other hand, my feelings for Christian kind of grew a lot. I adored Christian in this book. I don't know why I started to prefer him. Maybe it's because he and Clara are similar and they can help protect each other. And maybe it's because Christian was always there looking out for her and he did help her through something extremely awful in this book. So yeah, I think that may be why I preferred Christian. But yeah, I'm now on Team Christian. But I'm wondering if I'll maybe change sides again in the third book since I've changed my mind in the first two books. So I guess I'll just have to see if I end up back on Team Tucker. So in this one, Clara was having some weird dreams that she wasn't sure if it was maybe a dream or a vision, and it wasn't until she spoke to Christian that she realised that she was having a vision of a funeral, and she realised that someone close to her was going to die. So Clara spent quite a bit of this novel agonising over who it was going to be and who she thought it was going to be, but when we found out who it was even worse than she'd expected. Then there was also the fact that Sanjisa was practically stalking her after what she did in the previous book, but Clara went all badass on him again, so yeah, serves him right. Then there's all this stuff going on with Jeffrey. I'm seriously worried about that boy, like really worried about him. I don't know what's going on with him. And then after we find out some stuff in this book and we find out more about Jeffrey and then what happens at the end, I am really worried about him and I'm pretty scared for him and I don't know what's going to happen to him in the third book and I really want to know and I really hope he's going to be okay. Also, Clara's father showed up in this one with a little surprise. I really enjoyed seeing Clara and her father bonding and forming a relationship. I really enjoyed seeing them getting close and I'm really hoping that they will be able to maintain that relationship in the next book. I found myself close to tears quite a lot towards the end of this book. It was just so sad and seeing everyone all gathered together, it was sweet but it was extremely emotional and I was just almost in tears for nearly all of the end of the book, especially the last chapter. So overall this was just such an amazing sequel. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot more than the previous book because I enjoyed the introduction of new characters, I enjoyed seeing the development of the original characters and I just thought the storyline was so much better. So this book definitely got a 5 out of 5 stars from me. So that was my review of Hallowed by Cynthia. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you guys later. Bye everyone.